Well, here you going, everyone. Josh the Collector Guy. Hope you all had an awesome week this week, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're able to go out and hunt for some cars, find some cool stuff. Hope you had an awesome week, everyone. Well, yes, got heaps of plow trucks this week, ladies and gentlemen. Bywaymans, power plows, super scrapers, path beaters, or whatever the name the truck came out as. I'm sure each name variation is covered, well, going to be covered in this video today. Went nuts on a lot of them, as you can see. Got all of these are from eBay, and some I had to dig out of my boxes to probably share a couple of variations with you all. We'll probably get to that very soon. Got some awesome scene machines just there. Managed to score them off eBay. Got the old Captain America one and the old Rescue Squad one. Two really awesome ones they brought out for the scene machines. We shall get to them very soon. But first up, we'll start off with the swap meet finds for today. Dad and I went to another swap meet. This one was pretty close today. Probably about a 15-minute or so drive. Had lots of fun as we always do at the swap meets. And managed to score a great little bunch of cars. And even this little old toolbox just here. Dad picked this one up for $2. Because he just bought it and that, and I thought, he goes, oh, you can have it, so I paid him the $2 for it as well. Surprised he didn't charge a finder's fee or anything like that, so I'll fit something in there. I'll probably stick a lot of my stickers on it, because I've got a big collection of stickers, as I do Hot Wheels and many other things, so that one's really awesome indeed. It's nice and solid as well, so I'm going to have to think what to put in there though, but I love all these little knick-knack little things like little boxes and that. Reckon it's really cool. Well, as you can see from my room, I do love boxes indeed, so very happy with that. And on to the carded and loose stuff now. It was good to see my mates again, had a good laugh with them as I always do, and swap stories about what we found over the last week or so since I last saw them, and even pick up some really good stuff and even see some really nice real versions of the cars as well. Saw some really nice Chevys, which is always nice to see. We'll start off with the carded ones. Got the old little 57 Chevy here from the Silver Series, or the Chrome Series you could say. That one's really nice indeed. I really don't think I had this one. Well, I know the guy I bought it off. I do know him. He's a good guy as well, and he goes, oh, you've probably got that, and he's probably right. I've probably got 10 of these already, so 11 won't hurt, will it? Got the old little collector's tips just there. They're really nice. I'll have to read that one later on. I'm sure everyone just got a little read of it then. So, pretty much 96 this would have came out, I assume, so I'm pretty sure I had that as a kid as well, so I know I had a few 57 Chevys anyway from when I was a kid, whether it be the Race Team Series 1. I think there was a couple of other ones as well, like the Aqua Turquoise one I showed last week as well. Remember the 5-spoke one from when I was a kid. And got the old little ambulance here, which I'm pretty sure is based on a Chevy ambulance as well, and the fluoro green. Remember this one from when I was little. There was another colour as well, but I can't remember the exact colour, but it was fluoro as well, I believe, and I think I've got that one somewhere in one of the rooms in the house, along with this one, maybe another one as well. And unfortunately this one's not made anymore either, which I think is a shame, because it's a pretty cool, decent little model. Well, big model you could say. And there's another one of those collector tips as well. Shall read that one later. So I really like picking the stuff up from when I was a kid, like the blue cards, the 90s stuff as well. It's really cool to see. So got that one for a pretty good price as well. And on to the loose stuff. Managed to score another steering rig. I've probably got about 3 of these already, so a 4th one won't hurt. The old Peterbilt Bob's Sand and Gravel truck. I think it's a Peterbilt. Yes, it most certainly is. Love the steering rigs. This one was a wallet busting $5, so I had to grab that. Always buy all the duplicates of the steering rig. Still got the rubber bands around the tyres there on the truck. What about on the trailer? Yes, it still does as well. That's quite hard to see. I mean, quite hard to get, you could say. A lot of them always seem to be missing it, so I'm very happy with that. Love the old steering rigs, and For those of you out there who collect the steering rigs, keep your eye out for French ones, because the French did make French-made steering rigs back in the day as well. I saw a few on eBay the other day. One I really wanted to get, but kind of a bit tacky condition for what the price was. But there is French ones out there. And I'm pretty sure the bulk of them were made in Hong Kong. I don't think they were made really anywhere else besides those two countries. But very happy with that, nevertheless, even if I've got 3 of them. What's a trucking company without a whole heap of trucks? That's what I always say when I buy the steering rigs. And to the loose ones, other loose ones as well, got a Peterbilt dump truck. I don't think I have this one loose. I know I've got a carded one. So I'm very happy with the loose one. She's in really decent shape. Remember the enamel red one from when I was a kid? That brings back some good memories. Really like the old Peterbilt dump trucks, the tanker truck. And there was another one as well, the cement mixer. Really love those. Such a tough looking truck. Got this little BMW, I think it's an 850i or something like that. That one's really nice. Love those. Not sure how you describe those wheels, but they're, I guess, like the Pro Circuit wheels. And I know a few of the cars actually had that. I think there was a Mazda Miata what had those kind of wheels, and also the Vampire. I really like those wheels because it reminds me of the 90s stuff, which this car is from the 90s anyway. And I did have a chance to get this one carded at the swap meet, but she was a bit out of my price range. Really nice looking car as well, the old BMW. Another one of these blown Z28 Camaros. I really love these. Got a few there hanging up, and also a few I still need to share with you all. I've probably got about 3 of these, but she's in pretty decent shape, and I couldn't let her sit there, of course. So really like that. Love the old Z28 Camaros. Really nice indeed. Love that colour combination. They're on the blue card. It's quite hard to get. I've got one down here which is flipped upside down. That one's got the gold hot ones with the blue Tampo. I know there's an ultra hot variation. I think there's another one as well what's worth quite a bit of money, so hopefully track them down one day. Got the old mighty Corvette Stingrays just here, my favourite Corvette produced by Hot Wheels. I think I've made my mind up about my favourite Corvette Hot Wheels have made now, so I'm happy about that. This one's from Hong Kong, the very early one. Well, not exactly the very early one. She did come out in the Redline era, but the first one you could say for the 80s, because she would have been released on that Hot Ones card just up there, which I have 2 of in the collection now. So she's in pretty decent shape as well. So quite happy with that, and got the old enamel yellow one just here. We'll rip that price sticker off, and I did not pay that at all. So very happy with that. Not sure what the condition's like on my other one, but she's still not too bad. I think it might be a little bit better than the other one anyway. I'll have to dig on my shelf. That's going to be a bit hard with all the cars stacked everywhere, but I'll find a way. So very happy with all of them. Great scores from the flea market, and had a great time as Dad and I always usually do. Moving on now to the Bywaymans, Power Plows, Super Scrapers, Path Beaters, whatever you want to call them. They're all great. I love them all. I always love collecting them, as everyone always hears me jabber on about probably each time I find one of these particular trucks. I've got so many in the collection. I've got 2 each of the red white hub Real Riders, and the green one with the Real Riders as well. I hope that makes sense to you all out there. Got a heap of the blue Bywaymans carded with the red line. Gee, it would have been good if it came out a red line with the Real Rider tyres and that. Got to probably dig them all out and probably put them all together so I know what I do and don't have. But what can we start off with? These 2 just here, the old Power Plowers. Got the old midnight removal on it. Really nice black truck. Very tough indeed. And these 2 happen to be different variations. I'm not sure if one of these was in my collection already, but I know I did get one kind of recently, probably about a month ago. But as you can see, there's a variation between them. As you can see, Hot Wheels is stamped on there, and it's got sort of the casting, well, it's got Mattel on it and the date and then Malaysia, whereas this one it's sort of placed differently. You can see Mattel a bit better and Malaysia's stamped differently, as you can probably see. I hope all of you can see that and believe what I am saying. So I think that's an awesome variation, and I think this one's different in a way as well. I think the card might be a different variation. Actually, I think the card is a different... Yeah, the card's a different variation to these two, so that's 3 different variations. And this one, to top it all off, has got Blackwall wheels, and I think that's a different variation, or card variation in itself as well. So there's 4 different variations of this particular truck, which I now have in my collection and which I'm very proud of. It's, as I've said in previous videos and over the last couple of weeks as well, I love finding all of the same particular truck, car, whatever, and seeing all the different variations between the two. And I imagine there probably is more variations of them out there. It's just that I need to find them, of course. So very happy with that. Glad to add them to my ever-growing collection of Bywaymans, and all the names of the truck I just said before. I'm not going to go through it again. So I'm very happy with them. It's even got the corrugated card as well. I can only assume that added strength to the blister, so the car wouldn't, or truck wouldn't, go back and forth in the car and damage the blister. So I guess that's kind of a good idea what Hot Wheels did back in the day. Got the old race truck now from the Racing Metal series, the old Bywaymans. Remember this truck greatly when I was a kid. Have it loose, still have it to this day. And she's sitting over on my vintage Hot Wheels General Motors shelf, sitting there with pride, because it brings back a lot of great memories. I remember this set particularly as well. I think, there was the Camaro Racer, I got one of them. Got the old ramp truck and the old dragster as well. Remember all of them. 4 models I grew up with when I was a kid. And I don't think I had a carded one. Well, if I don't, I certainly do now. And I think there's different variations with the bases as well, which I shall keep my eye out on. Well, keep my eye out for anyway. And I don't know if there was wheel variations with this one. I know with the Hot Wheels Race Team one, there certainly was. I think there was the directional wheels and the construction tyres like this one. Got the old Brian's removal truck. Now, this truck has been extremely hard for me to track down. I've somehow managed to track down, well, I do have a loose Blackwall version of this with the light bar missing. Somehow I've actually managed to find the two variations of the White Hub Real Rider one, which I think's quite hard to believe, and I haven't been able to find the Blackwall one, which you would assume would be the one you'd be able to find more easily. And now I've finally got a carded one of it, so I'm very happy with that. And I would have to say, out of all the Bywaymans, Pavement Pounders, Super Scrapers and that, the red one would have to be my favourite, because red is my favourite colour. But they're all special to me, no matter what variation. So I'm super rapt to have this one in the collection, because it has been so tough for me to find. And I'm sure all of you collectors out there understand what I'm talking about when you're after a car for a certain amount of time, or truck, and you finally are able to grab it for the collection. It's just a big weight lifted off the shoulders. As is this particular Bywayman as well. As I'll go on again, I have so many variations of the Real Rider ones, it's not funny, and I could never find a carded Blackwall version. And as I said, you'd think the Blackwall version would be a lot more easier to track down carded than a Real Rider, but obviously that wasn't the case for me, and I managed to finally get one for the collection now. All I need is the enamel green one, the enamel blue one carded, and I know I definitely need the Henry's Hall and White Hub one carded. That one's going to be quite hard for me to get, but the search continues for those. Very happy to have this one. I know there's another variation with the construction tyres, so I've seen a few on eBay, but not really within my price range, but they shall be hunted down one day, most certainly, and I hope there isn't toolbox variations, because I know I'm going to have a hard time tracking them down. But anyway, still very happy nevertheless, and pretty decent cards on all of these as well, which I'm very, very happy with. And there's some blue cards now. Got the old 2 more Power Plowers just here. I think pretty much the variation between these two is just the cards. That one's got the speed points one. Love the old speed points cards. Really cool in my opinion. Always like them more than the normal blue card, but at the end of the day I don't really care which one I do and don't have. I know I'll track one of them down later on, the one I don't have. Excuse me, and just the normal blue card one as well. With the mighty Bywayman. And that also reminds me, I need to find the this particular one on the blue card as well, and I know that one's going to be a lot of fun. I've seen one on eBay at the moment, and I think it busts the bank for me a little bit. And there's also a different variation with this particular one. I think it's in metallic purple, and there might be a Tampo variation one as well. I'll have to look at my Tom Mart's book. That's got pretty much the answers for everything these days for me. So really happy with those. I do have a loose one of that, so I'm glad to have carded ones, and got the old black hub path beater now with the fluoro yellow one, with the recycling truck, you could say. I think I've got the directional wheel one on half blue card, and I think there's the normal construction tyres with the chrome in it on the blue card, which I still need to get, I think. I've seen a few on eBay, so it's not going to be that hard for me to get, I hope. So very happy with all them. As everyone knows, I love these trucks to bits, so it's great. Well, I'm very glad to have another good little collection of them to add to the collection. Just got to put them all together so I don't lose track of what I do and don't have. And pretty much last but not least, to round out the video today, ladies and gentlemen, the almighty Scene Machines. Now, this was a series released by Hot Wheels back pretty much in the very early 80s. As you can see, there was a variety of different vehicles you can get with the scene in the back of the car, just through the little peephole just there. There was the Hulk one, I think that was the Combat Medic. The Spider-Man van, I think, was Inside Story, and Captain America, the mighty GMC motorhome. The Circus Cats one, I think that one might be the Ringling Brothers Baja Breaker. The Rescue Squad, which is this one just here, and the Race Team one, which is a Combat Medic as well. And I know there is a police, the Combat Medic one, the SWAT van. I think there might be a few others as well in the set. I might have to have a look, but this is all what's printed on the back, but I'm pretty sure there is a lot more as well. We'll start off with the Rescue Squad. I really like the look of this vehicle. I've heard a lot of collectors don't really like it, but I think it looks really cool. It reminds me of a Beetle. I know there's a ton of other variations of it as well. There's I think there might be a French-made one. There's a grey one, and the rarer one, the TACCOM from the Megaforce series, which yes I do have, and which will be shown in a future video. Managed to score that just the other week as well, but we won't spoil that one. Well, won't spoil that for you all. So very happy with that. Really cool looking concept vehicle. Looks like a vehicle you'd find in Captain Scarlet, in my opinion. That one's really cool. Love the card art on it and everything. It looks so cool. Very well presented. And the almighty Captain America van, the GMC motorhome. Glad to have this one finally. I do have a loose one. I wasn't really particularly hunting it, but did come across it off one of the sellers I deal with, and managed to score it off him, so I'm very happy with that. Such an awesome series made by Hot Wheels as well. As you can see through the window at the back there, it shows Captain America throwing his shield at you. I don't know why he'd do that for, but obviously he thinks you're a bad guy. Very happy with that. Love the old patriotic paint scheme as well. Really awesome. And Captain America, one of my favourite Marvel characters, I must say. So very happy with all these additions to the collection this week, and really hope you did enjoy, everyone. Me jabber on for about 20 minutes or so, but I really appreciate you all tuning in each and every week, leaving kind comments, maybe asking a question or two, or just whatever. I really do appreciate each and every one of you tuning in and writing all nice comments, liking the video or whatever. Thank you to you all. I really, really appreciate it. Well, that's it for this week, everyone. Time for me to stop jabbering on. Thank you to you all for watching, and remember, as always, everyone, happy hunting, keep the hobby strong. See you later, everyone. Have an awesome week.